Hi, beautiful human. I'm Zach. That's Ann. And today we welcome back to the studio for a second time, here to talk about her second album, Confessions. Say hello to Mimi Webb.
Hey!
Woo! It's so good to be back. We were just saying about how so different to last time.
Yeah, the studio is different.
Yeah.
But then the studio is going to be different again.
Yeah, you're having another little reno.
Yeah, little reno.
Little reno.
You have a good accent.
Do you think?
Yes.
What, like UK? Yeah, because to be fair, as small as it is, the UK, there's a lot of accents. Like, you've got northern accent, you've just got it all, so.
You do. There's a lot of different versions of what you have.
But you just talked about online recently about how you don't sing in a British accent.
Yeah, no. Like, I don't think any of us do. Except for like Lily Allen, who absolutely smashes it. But yeah, that video, everyone went crazy about that because I was like, I don't think anyone's answered that question. Like, it actually is something that we're all just used to at this point. Like, I grew up with Disney Channel watching that. Obviously, that's just the best. So I was like, as a kid, obsessed, and I just never, I just got the American accent, like, in singing quite early on.
But are you thinking about it while you're doing it, or is it like are you making a conscious decision to not sing in a British accent?
No, it's just like natural. Like, it's crazy to me to try and sing in a British accent. Like, yeah, I'd literally be an Oliver Twist if I did it. Like I said in the video, I was like, this is Oliver Twist. This is Oliver Twist vibes.
Cockney. I do have an appreciation and a deep affinity for all the British accents.
Yeah. I'm like a Kent girl, so it's a bit like, there's like that, like I said, Cockney, kind of, what else? How else would, like, rougher sounding UK tone.
Very rough. Very rough. We have a brand new album.
Yes.
Took us a while to get here, didn't it?
Took me, bloody ages. It took me so long. I was just, it took me like nearly 3 years to get this, to be honest. Like, I wrote it and then scrapped it, which was scary because I wrote that with so many amazing producers and writers, and I did it all in LA. But I just didn't feel like it was just touching the surface for me. I felt like I was being like waved into what was like the trend and what was in, and I kind of lost sight for what actual artistry feels like and what that was. And that for me was just, I'm very deep and open person. Like, I just kind of talk, and the songs weren't really reaching those talking points that I was, and the things that I was going through in my day-to-day life. So I just called, I forgot what, I think it was like, it was like kind of like September last year. I just called my management up and my label and was like, I just don't feel like this is right for me. Like, this doesn't feel right. And I want to put my best, I want to put my best foot forward at the end of the day, but I don't want to kind of put it out because this might be what trends and this might be the right thing with it. It's like, no, if it doesn't feel good to me, like, deep down, like, there's just no point. So rewrote the whole thing. I literally started November, end of last year, did it all with Amy Allen and John Ryan, like the first week of just doing the whole thing. I remember I walked in, I was like to Amy, she was like, oh, how's the album going? Like, you excited? Where are you at? And I was like, I just cried. Burst out crying. I was like, it's going really bad. Like, it's really not going well. Because I just didn't feel like inspired anymore by it. I was just like, I don't know. Like, they ask you, what's your sound? What route are you going down? Like, that's kind of the classic conversation you have when you go into a session. And I was just like, no idea. I was like, we just need to redo this whole thing.
So, one, what are the trends that you felt like you were being, maybe not forced, but like even subconsciously following, whether you wanted to or not?
I think it was just, music from when I released my first album, that was straight out of COVID. So a lot of the emotional kind of music was really going, like, I remember COVID, I remember dropping Good Without, and it was like, everyone wanted to hear something where they can let their emotions out because it was such a scary time. And I feel like people were really, they wanted the storytelling songs. They were really kind of, that just felt like right at that point. And then when we came out of COVID, I think everyone awoke and all the artists releasing, everyone was out doing their thing. And then it was like, oh, then I had to like go back to the drawing board and I had to obviously write album 2, which we all do. But I just didn't know. I just felt like music had moved quite quickly, even with TikTok, like videos, like the way, remember the whole thing that happened, like all the music got taken down because the Universal situation, like I think from then music was never really promoted and pushed the same as it is like than it was then for like new upcoming artists, if you know what I mean. Like you have to really, now it's everyone does it. Everyone's jumping on that trend of just like promote, you know, TikTok. So that's why I was like, oh my gosh, you know, it feels harder. It just feels a lot harder. You're having to go back to the old ways of doing it, which is promo, being seen everywhere, which is really great. And you have a lot more control of that if you're doing it, you know, all the time. And then B, it was like, there was just so many bangers. There was just so many great songs. It was like, you kind of want to just like keep get onto that like bandwagon and try and like get inspiration. And then you're just kind of like, wait, I don't actually know what I'm doing. This isn't feeling like me, even though it might be that artist. It's just not feeling like me. So that was tough. And I think coming from the UK, then writing out in LA, like it's obviously so different to what I'm used to at home. Like just everything's different, isn't it? Like, you know, I'm sure you guys have been to London. It's just so like...
It's not the same at all.
It's not the same at all, yeah. So I think that as well on top of it is like trying to get used to working abroad and in America.
Are there any elements from that first scrapped album that you carried with you to what we know as Confessions?
Yeah, there's two songs that I've still taken, and one of them is the ballad, which is You Don't Look at Me the Same. That song is the one I took from that. And then another song, which I don't know if I can say, if I probably can say it, but I'll just say it. It's a song called Side Effects, which is really cool.
We've listened to the album, by the way.
Oh,
We have
cool.
the whole thing.
Oh, great. Perfect. Sorry. That's
Yeah, we're
great.
in.
Oh, do you like it?
Yeah.
It's so good.
He's been blasting it for the last 2 days.
Oh, really?
I love it. I was
Oh
just
my
telling your
God.
team that I think it's just bangers. Like
No,
all bangers.
stop. That
It's
means
so
the
good.
world to me. That is like, I could cry. That's so, thank you. I really appreciate that.
I mean, Amy
Thank God.
Allen, it is your album and your stories, but Amy Allen, by the way, is also one of the greatest songwriters maybe ever.
Oh, incredible.
Same thing with Julia Michaels.
Oh, yeah. No, honestly, and that's what I love also about writing in LA. You are just open to all these incredible writers in their own right and like producers. And it's just like, it really is. Like, I remember I've worked with Amy for like I remember I wrote with Amy first time about 3-4 years ago. And she was doing really well, but like obviously not to the extent like she is now. She's just completely you know, skyrocketed. But I knew, I was like, she was just so amazing, the way she could walk in a room and just, she's so supportive. And I felt like, because I've always wrote with like a lot of men. Like I've just always kind of wrote with men. Like I've never really found that like lady that I'm like, that's my writing sister, like that's my girl. And with Amy, I just found that completely in her. I just felt so supported. I felt safe. And when I broke down crying, she just came over and she just sat and like gave me the biggest hug. And she just said to me, she was like, we're gonna get this. Like, we're gonna do it. And I was like, oh, like that just, you know, you just have one of those moments you'll always remember in an album. I think that was it for me.
And you did.
Yeah, we did it. Gotta get out now.
Yeah, what's scarier? Having to release it or being faced with the reality that you just got rid of an entire album to start anew?
Yeah, I think releasing it, I think you announce it and you're like, I've got a few months, and then it comes to it and it's like a few weeks, and then you're like, because it's like, you just don't know what's going to happen. Like, it's also exciting because it's like, you know, the way you loved the album, I'm like, wow, that's amazing. Like, that's the reaction I want from everyone. But then you're just like, you know, people might not like it. But then again, the album, as you guys have heard it, it's not just one sound. There's a lot of different songs for different people. You know, that's whatever you kind of prefer is kind of in there. There's a bit of R&B. There's obviously pop. There's some emotion in there. There's a darker tone to it. There's the dancier stuff. It's kind of all me, but, you know, each song represents itself.
You mentioned You Don't Look at Me the Same. That's one that stayed from the first album.
Yeah.
It's about your parents' divorce, right?
Yeah. Yeah, their separation, yeah. They're not at that point yet. They're not there yet, the divorce. The separation. Sorry, I just started laughing.
Just start laughing.
Yeah, I just started laughing about it. No, bless them. That was about them. And I think when you're young, you just you can't really see what your family are going, like your parents are going through. You don't really know what's happening. You're very kept out the loop. And then as you get older, you start to see cracks and see things that aren't right. And, you know, your parents, you know, they come to you for comfort. And I think for me, it was kind of like, you know, people argue, parents argue, in every relationship there's an argument, but then it's like when a parents get to that age where they're like, you know, they've spent most of their life together and they're kind of like, this isn't what I want right now. This isn't what I need, want anymore. And I think that's the really hard reality for all of us to understand. And it's like a whole new reality to accept. And I'm so proud of them because they've really come together to be parents for us. You know, I think when it happened, you've got the external families and like everyone's got an opinion and everyone jumps in. And that was the hardest part, I think, for me, because I was like, you know, I know there's so much love and respect between my two parents, and I know at the end of it all, it's all going to be okay. But then everyone's getting involved, and then it gets toxic and nasty, and it's like then we're all angry. And I think this song's all about those feelings of being able to see something just change and become distant. So yeah, I'm very proud of their vulnerability and them being happy to let me, you know, tell their story and release this song.
Are you writing it from your perspective?
I'm writing it from my dad's perspective, I think. Yeah. I think I'm kind of writing it from... I didn't really know whose perspective. It was both of them really at first. But then as the situation goes on, you start to like, you know, the song relates more to the other than it might to the... You know, you kind of switches a little bit, I guess.
What do you learn about love from all that?
Well, my parents, they got engaged they got engaged 6 weeks into knowing each other.
Whoa.
And they were 24.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So like nowadays, you wouldn't go and get engaged to someone 6 weeks in. Like that's just not something that, you know, you would do. So I think, you know, marriage, it hasn't affected my thoughts on marriage, which a lot of my friends were quite surprised about, because even though they're still married, you know, and they also still respect the marriage, even though they're not in the marriage. Like, you know, it's one of those really tough things. I think as you get older, back in their generation, it was so different to the way marriage is dealt with now and the way things are done, that they have a completely different kind of thought on that. And it's more just, yeah, I just haven't. It's not changed my thoughts really. It's just made me be more aware of my partner, or, you know, aware of things around me, I guess. And just kind of also, because there's things I would do differently, of course, and I take that and learn from it. And that's exactly what they want me to do as well.
So healthy.
Mm-hmm.
What was their response to the record?
My dad was like, all right, oh, great, go on then. It just was like, they want the best for me at the end of the day as well. I think they love seeing me thriving, performing, traveling the world. And they're such a big part of that as well for me. So they just want me to do, you know, they love me being true and being able to, because also it's as much as it's their situation, we're all grieving as well. You know, we're all having to deal with that loss. So my dad was just, he was just like, go on. He was like, pop off, like, you know, and my mum, they were just both really supportive. But obviously I was really nervous when I started teasing it. I was like, I just need to just run it past them. I wrote this song. But yeah, I thought there'd be a lot of motion from them, but they're just very, just get to it.
By the way, the last time you were in, it was before your debut album.
Mm-hmm.
And you were 21.
Yeah.
You were very much in love.
Yeah.
And you two definitely broke up.
Oh man, I literally watch that interview still to this day. Sometimes I'm like, what am I doing? Because I'm just obsessed with this guy. The whole
Yeah,
thing.
you were.
I was obsessed. And I was like, what was I thinking? Like, honestly, 21-year-old me. I've just turned 25 now.
That's crazy.
Which is
That's
crazy. And I'm just like, how, you know, things change.
That's wild.
Mm,
But now you're dating your childhood sweetheart.
yeah.
How do you guys reconnect?
Well, we've been best friends. Gosh, so we met when we were 7, in primary school. And then for years, we maintained friendships. Like, he'd always be at shows. He went through a breakup, he'd come to me for advice. I went through a breakup, I'd go to him for advice. And yeah, we just always been like, it's just been effortless. Like, it's never had to push to be a friend. Like, we've go out our ways. Like, it's always just been so natural. I can't speak. It's always been so natural. And I think, I get really like nervous talking about it, because it's just like crazy when even songs I've written in the past are about like, you just want that guy to just swoop you off your feet, come out of nowhere. And then it just kind of happened with us. And we knew it was there, but we we were so scared to ruin the friendship. But, you know, it's scary, isn't it, when you've got that much history, and our families are really good friends. So there was just a lot to it. But yeah.
All those things like definitely could be a negative, but they also could be the best positive in the world.
Oh, completely. Like, exactly. And I think when you've got a friendship in your partner, like there's just nothing better, because there's no surprises. You know everything about each other, and you just have that respect for one another as friends as well as lovers.
Love You For Me is for him, right? Or about him?
Yes. Yeah.
Can you explain the title?
Yeah. So it's about kind of, I don't want you to tell me you love me without really meaning it. Like, I don't want you using those 3 words just randomly. Like, I want it to really mean something. And I feel like I've gone throughout my life just saying that a lot to people and them saying it to me and not really understanding what that means. And I watch a lot of like Jay Shetty and Matthew Hussey, like all these relationship gurus, and they always say about how, you know, you actually do pick your partner. Like, you do, as much as you fall in love, you also think to yourself, right, that's who I'm going to go through life with. That's who I'm going to, you know, go through my struggles with. And that song's all about, you know, if you're going to pick me and I'm going to pick you, like, let's make it sure it's worth it. And we're not just throwing the you know, words around like usual.
Real.
Yeah.
So where does I Met a Boy come in then?
Oh, I was going to bring up Narcissist, but yeah,
Yeah.
I Met a Boy is good
maybe
too.
it's the
Which
same
way we going?
person. Maybe it's the same person.
No, actually, 2 different people. One of the songs are about the person I was talking about when I was here last
The old
time.
guy.
Yeah, the old guy. No, yeah, that song, to be fair, I don't think it's just written about one person. Like, there's other like situations in it that I'm like, oh, that's about that, you know? Even crossing the streets or crossing paths with someone that I'm like, oh my God, like narcissist, like big time. And I never really understood what it meant. And then I was in the studio with Jordan Riley and Tom Mann, who are 2 of like my closest friends, and we've wrote together since like when I'm 17, so since my first EP. And we were just talking about narcissism, and I was explaining a few situations. They kind of already knew about what this guy had done in the past and like what had happened. And then we were trying to link it all up, and it was really cool to be able to do that. And then they had their own issues when they like come across other narcissists. So we were just kind of all like raging into this song, and yeah, we just wrote Narcissist. And it was like so cool because I was like, I finally told the story that I wanted to tell. And it was like in the best way possible, because it's just so like cheeky, and like I'm just throwing it out there, and I'm like, this is great. I love doing that.
By the way, can you give us like a clinical definition of narcissist, Daniel? Like, give it a Google. You probably don't know how to spell it, do you?
Okay.
I feel like there's so many different versions as well.
Well, there is a lot. Yeah, dude, shades of a narcissist, very real.
Nope, already said it wrong. Inflated sense of self-importance, a deep need for excessive attention and admiration, troubled relationships, and a lack of empathy for others.
I feel like that's not even like scratching the surface.
Exactly. I feel like it goes really deep. I think a lot of childhood's to do with it as well. Like, I read into that as well, like people's childhood and how they've been raised, and
Totally.
that has everything, and you know, just everything to do with it. So yeah, that one was a really fun one. I'm excited to play that one live for sure.
Love language, just fell hard for the night. Or just fall hard for the night, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's my love language. No need for romantics. We don't need tomorrow's damage. Interesting. Just fall hard for the night. Talking my love language.
Yeah.
You're single, obviously, at this stage in this story.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, so it's what, you know, I had like my single era, and it was the best time, and I was like, this is so fun, the spontaneous love, like candid, and you know, sometimes not having to put a label on things is actually like, it's kind of my fun like single era, which was really cool to write. But everyone's like, it's a love song. I'm like, no. Like, the lyrics are very different to that.
Can you talk about the music video? Men are dogs?
Yeah,
Is that kind of what we're saying? Men are just a bunch of dogs?
Yeah. It's crazy as well, because then
Real.
Sabrina Carpenter dropped her cover, and it was the opposite way. But yeah, I had the guys lead, and it was really funny because I didn't realise this, but because we were just going to do a dog show, we were just going to get like the dogs, and I have a dog, like her name's Dolly, she's so cute. So I was like, I'll bring her along. And then the director was like, no, we should do like get them to be guys. And I was like, oh, and I was really nervous at first, I'm not gonna lie, because I was like, oh my gosh, like here we go, we know what it's like. I'm like, rah. And I was like, oh, like, is this crazy? And then I was like, well, I want to make sure people are comfortable doing this. So it's actually like an actual thing people do for a living is they play animals. So they do it in West End, they do it for videos, they do it parades.
Wait, huh?
Like they actually every day go in the studio and rehearse and practice to perform an animal, whether it's a horse. Like seriously,
Like,
it's a thing. It's a real thing.
like physically perform?
Physically, from method acting, everything's part of it. Like crazy. So I was like, well, definitely. If they're doing it, we're gonna get it on there. I was like, 100%. Like if they're happy to do it, let's have fun. Let's see what we can make. So yeah, they were fully in like character whole time, even off, even off when the cameras weren't rolling.
They were-
Dog, you know.
Man dog man.
Yeah, going for it, you know, just still on all fours, looking around, looking like,
What?
honestly, it was a whole thing.
So
One of
weird.
the actors was like amazing. It's also that it's part of the dance as well, like dancing, but he was one of the apes in Wicked that was just filmed. He performed one of the apes. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. We got some Wicked in here, like we're throwing it all in. Yeah, it was really interesting. And there were times where I was like, I had him on it. I was like, you sure I'm not pulling you too tight? I was like, just let me know. He was like, no, it's fine. You pull it harder. I'm like, really? You sure? I'm like, I can't do that. But the response was very good. Thank God. So don't give me bad responses now.
By the way, rom-com is great too. You name check 16 Candles, Love Actually, Say Anything.
Oh yeah.
Have you
And
watched all of them?
I wrote, like from when growing up. I didn't watch them just before we wrote the song though. But like Julia Michaels, I wrote that one with her. And she'd just got engaged. So the day before the session, she'd just got engaged. So it was like the perfect kind of moment to have like a romantic kind of time on the album. And yeah, she's just so incredible. Wow. Like it was amazing writing with her.
Why is breaking in America such a big goal? Why does it matter?
UK's tiny. UK's small. I think, when you look back at the, history, British history in music, Dua Lipa, Ed Sheeran, Lewis Capaldi, Amy Winehouse, Ed Sheeran. Don't know if I already said that. Do I say Dua Lipa?
Yeah,
Dua Lipa?
you can say them again.
Yeah. Again, double whammy. Adele, Adele. Like all these amazing British artists that have broke and gone global is like the dream come true because, I'm trying to think who last did it now. Like Lewis.
Yeah.
I think that's really it right now. Unless I'm completely forgetting someone. Pink Pantheress as well. There's like these incredible artists and, that's just, you get to perform arenas, stadiums. Like, the more people you're reaching, the more your performance dreams are fulfilled.
And we can't do that in the UK.
I can't be no. I think there's like 3 arenas in the UK and we've got a few stadiums. No, and also like the UK are amazing and don't get me wrong, I love my fan base there, but I also signed in LA when I was 17, so I started my career in America before I even touched the UK, even though I live there and I'm from there.
That's wild.
Mm.
Very real.
Yeah.
Is it true your aunt's a clairvoyant?
Yes. Yeah, my dad's twin sister. She's like also not practicing it now. Like she's very spiritual, did lots of Reiki as well and all that.
Interesting.
It is really cool. Like some of the stuff she'll tell us. We're like as kids, we'll be like, what was our past life? Like it was always a bit of a game we'd play with her like around the Christmas table. And she'd be like, oh, for God's sakes, what's going on?
Wait, that's what? Do you believe?
Do I believe?
Like clairvoyancy,
yes.
past life?
100%. I love like even tarot card readers. Like I go to a tarot card reader every 3 months. Like, and I can literally say everything that they've told me has happened and it's crazy.
And what happened in your past life?
Not my past life, but like my tarot card, like my, so with a tarot card reader, have you had one before where they just tell you what's happening in your life and what's going to happen? Love it.
It is accurate. Usually, I mean, depends on who's doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I go to the same lady every time and it's always bang on.
She
Like,
knows.
Yeah, like there was, I had a reading about 2 years ago and she said it wasn't a great reading and that's why I really liked the honesty of it. And she was like, look, you're in a hallway right now and all the doors, they're shutting. And I was like, oh, really? Like, that's really bad. Like, that's really, really bad. Like, I don't really know what to do now. I'm not going to sleep very nicely tonight. And then she said, but as you go down further, they all open up all at once. And I remember thinking, she was like, you've got to be patient and you've got to just keep going. I remember thinking, oh gosh, like that's a lot. But I really felt inspired by the part about the end, the end of the hallway. And then I had a reading with her not long ago and she was like, I didn't remind her of this because I was like, I don't really want to, even though she probably knows. And I had the best, like such incredible cards be laid out. And she was just like, it's all going now. And I was like, that's crazy because now my album's coming out and all these things. And it made sense because I cut the album, I redid the album. So everything she was saying made complete sense.
Power.
Tarot card readers, guys, get out.
No, but like you need that context. Like I totally get it. Like there's, even if it's bad.
Yeah.
Give me the validation.
Yeah, and I really believe in the universe. Like I really believe that is a thing. Like, and that there is, everything's written out for us already. And I think my auntie always says this to me. She was like, being in the moment is all that matters because that's when the magic happens. That's when things, because there's so, social media, even walking day-to-day life through the streets, there's so much noise, so much going on. And just being able to kind of disconnect from that and really live in the moment is when things happen. And I've started to do that the last 6 months and it's the happiest I've been, hands down. Like, I'm buzzing to be able to get my #1 album and, sell out an arena tour and do all these things I want to do. But I also deserve to be happy while I'm striving to do that. And I think that's what that really taught me.
Healthy.
Yeah, because we can lose our heads.
Totally.
We can lose our heads.
I think it's a perfect transition into Mind Reader. Meghan Trainor.
There we go.
First collab, right?
First collab, yeah. Oh, I love Meghan. She is incredible. We wrote this one in LA not long ago, like January, March time. It was just going to be a song for my project, and I was like, I wonder if she'll like do it with me. And I was like, this is just not good. She's going to say no because why would she need to do it? Like she wouldn't need, like, I don't know. I just was so nervous. And she was like, yeah, are you joking? Like she was so honoured that I asked her and I was like, and then I told her it was my first collab and she was like, oh my gosh, this is just like going to be the most amazing experience. And I was like, yay. And we filmed the video and yeah, we just had the best time writing that one.
First collaboration in all these years.
Yeah.
Why was now the right time?
I just feel like I wanted it to make sense I wanted my fans to understand it and I always wanted there to be an organic story behind it. There's definitely been times I've gone to do them before and then it didn't quite really work out just because of maybe timelines and things like that. But I never really wanted to, I don't know, we're always really careful with it. I think it was just something I just felt really, quite protective of. I think, I don't know, it was something I just didn't want to just throw off and throw away just to help my career. I wanted it to really make sense. And this one really felt natural, so.
And by the way, you end up doing 2 records with her, Mind Reader and Crashing Out.
Yeah, exactly. So again, that's the thing. It's like she's such a big part of the album as well behind the album artwork. She's behind those, those songs, which is great.
What do you learn from her?
What I learned from Meghan? I learned that she can be an incredible mother and also be smashing it and slaying it up on those stages. I mean, wow, she really can do it all. I think that was something I loved because it was like, wow, she's got a family. She's really family orientated and that's her everything. But then she can also go out there and smash it. And I think a lot of time as artists, you kind of feel like you can't really do both. It's kind of that thing where it's like, no, you either do one or the other. You either put your everything into that or you don't. And I think she just really proves that you can have the balance. Like you can, that is a thing. Again, like Adele, there's all these amazing other artists that also, obviously she did years and years of grafting before she had kids. But yeah, it was just amazing to see her still be able to do everything on top of being a mother as well. So I think I really took that as just a human to human. I really liked that. And then another thing was just she's so great at cutting vocals. Like I was like, whoa. Like she's so on it with cutting the vocals. Like she knew exactly how she wanted me to do it. Like there was, obviously I do my own, like I know how I want to sound, but I was just so in awe watching her like guide me. I just felt like I was so honoured to be in a position to watch that process.
She's incredible.
She really is.
Really, not many people or anyone really. There's nobody like her. There's nobody like her.
Exactly.
It's crazy. By the way, you can listen to Confessions. It's waiting for you. There's a link below. It's all on Amazon Music. Click, click, click. Go, go, go. Scroll, scroll, scroll. You should listen to it. It's great. We love it.
I love all your music. I listen to House on Fire all the time.
You legend.
Red Flags
Oh my
is great.
gosh.
Red Flags is great.
Oh, stop. No, thank you so much. Honestly, like, yeah, Confessions, guys. Go confess. Go watch it. Listen to it.
Any red flags for your current relationship that you've figured out?
Oh, God.
I guess
Here we go. No, joking.
I guess maybe it's not smart to say it out loud. Maybe watch it.
Like, again, we've known each other for so many years. Like, I used to sing, like, I was a bit strange when I was young, but I used to, like, we'd be in the playground and I'd be like, Henry, come over here, and I'd just sing. I'd just wail and sing at him. And he'd be like, what is wrong with this girl? Like, so we've just, honestly, he's been through every chapter of my life with me. So
how does
He's
someone
my
get out
best
of the
friend.
how do you
That's
get out
so
of the
great.
friend zone? There's so many people that are stuck in the friend zone. Like, who makes the first kind of like?
we were
hey.
always really attracted. Well, look, number one, you've got to be really attracted. Like, we both fancy like pants off each other, like, for sure. Like, you've got to have that. But you kind of, like, I think we all do this. We all, like, I think also social media is a big part of that. You see all these relationships on social media, like, I want that, I want this, I want that. And then you don't realise when something's actually there in front of you. And you always strive for something different, or, you know, you kind of just get advice from other people. And it was actually my dad that sat me down and was like, because we'd all gone for like a dinner for my dad's birthday, just as friends. Like, we were just very much friends then. And it was like, my dad was like, there's something, he spent the whole day with us. The next day we went for a roast lunch, we went for a like walk, and it was so easy. And he just fell in the family like perfectly. And it was my dad that was like, that's your man, like, that's your husband. And I was like, Dad, what? Like, Dad? I was like, okay, what? Like, then I get all excited because I'm like, I'm going to fall in love again now. Like, I was so excited. And he was like, that is it. Like, you need to, when you see a good guy like that, which you don't come across anymore these days, because he's a real gentleman, real gentleman. And he's a farmer. He's got it. Like, I'm a country girl at heart, like horses. That's all me. That's like where I want to be in the, like, when I'm older. I want to have my kids, countryside, farm home. Like, that's what I want. And he was like, that's him. He was like, what are you doing, Amelia? Like, that is him. I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I'll call him. Hi, do you want to come around mine next week? And then rest is history. And yeah, you know, we did, like, there was, you know, not very many people were happy about us being together. Well, all our real friends were, but a lot of people weren't, because, you know, I knew his exes, he knew my exes. You know, everyone was like, I knew it, I told you so. There was always something there. And we were just like, oh, sorry. So yeah, but, you know, very happy. You know, at the end of the day, maturing is realising you have to put your happiness first at times. So
That's real. And it's
That's
hard
real.
to do.
Oh, so hard. And I'm such a people pleaser. I put everyone before myself. And this is the one time I think I've actually not done that.
Ah,
Amen to that.
I should, like, take that advice. It's hard to get out of your own way.
Oh, I think we are our own worst enemies, aren't we, really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's so fucking real. You stay in things, you don't want to rock the boat,
Yeah.
you know.
And the truth be told, not everyone's going to be happy.
Mm-mm.
You're never going to be in a situation where everyone's completely happy. And I think I had to, like, just as a person, and also, I guess, as an artist, like, always smile, like, and I'm like, I'm not going to make everyone happy all the time, because that's so much pressure on your shoulders to make every single person in that room. I mean, I like to do it because I actually love having a good time with everyone. Like, that's just me. But there's times where, like, we're not all equipped for that. Like, something's happened. We can't, you know, we're going through a lot. We haven't always got that equipment in our toolbox to do that every time, you know?
Very real.
Just dropping real facts here, guys.
Thank you. Our producer, Kim, by the way, she grew up in the UK,
Oh.
and she thinks people from the UK have better curse words or just better words for insulting people.
Oh, yes. I actually swore earlier. I was like, am I allowed to swear? I was like, bloody.
Your
I
shirt
guess
says
that's not really a swear word, is it?
I think your shirt says motherfucker on it, doesn't it?
Oh my God, yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Censor around the little area.
Well,
Sure
I'm
about that.
I'm gonna say a few insulting words. Can you tell me what they mean?
In Britain, like UK chat.
Yeah. Do you have the list here, Dan? You want to try to pronounce them?
You go first.
I'm excited.
What is git?
Git?
G-I-T.
Git. Git is like you're being a little cheeky sod kind of thing.
What's a sod?
A sod is like, oh, yeah. Again, I've just put my... Sod is basically like just being cheeky and rude and just a little shit, basically.
How about prat?
Prat. Again, like you're just being a numpty. Like you're just being a twat.
I feel like you guys just have a lot of words that mean the same
We
shit.
do, yeah, exactly. Like they are just different, yeah.
Anyway, knobhead?
Knobhead. I love that one. I actually use that one. Like knobheads, like just get it out, you know. Just not get it out. That sounds so bad. Get it out. Just being like, again, like just being like a dickhead is basically what it says, but it's like maybe a bit of a nicer version of saying dickhead.
Yeah, I feel like every word on this list means the same thing.
Yeah, what else have you got? Anything?
Gobshit? Gobshite?
That's someone that's just yapping around, like yapping and talking about people and just being gobby and like loud and obnoxious.
Plonker?
Plonker. Daft. Just a bit of an idiot. Like, just a bit stupid. Again, it's kind of the same thing.
Minger?
Oh, that's not a good one. That's like, if someone called me a minger, I'd be like it means like smelly and like just not very nice. Like a bit dutty. Vibes. Like dirty, dutty. Do you guys say that, dutty?
No.
That's another one you can add to it.
What did you...
You go like dirty, like dirty. But not, yeah, a lot of people say that where I'm from.
See, you just say dirty though.
Dirty, yeah, you just say
like,
dirty, but we go dirty. I don't know, we just think it sounds good.
Wazok?
Wazok.
Waz?
Do you mean a waz? Having
Wazik?
a waz? Wazik?
Wazik?
Having
Where
a
have
waz?
you got that one from? That sounds like he's like Germany or something. That's not where.
Well, what does having a waz mean?
Waz is just going for like a pee.
Oh.
Pee. I was about to go pee.
Burp?
Spending a penny.
Tosser? Wanker?
Do people use the CUNT word a lot?
Yes. Well, yes.
I
but
hate that
it's
word.
Not,
They say it in like energy, right?
yeah, like serving cunt.
So yeah. I do love it when people say it. I was on a shoot yesterday actually in New York, and they were like, "Oh, you're serving cunty energy," and I was like,
Yeah,
"Oh my god, you make me feel hot."
different
Like,
than...
tell me more. Keep going.
Different though than calling somebody that.
Yeah, true.
right?
That's bad. Like that's
totally.
low as lows. Like that's when it gets. My mum hates that word.
Yeah, it's bad.
It is a harsh word.
It is hard. It's like stings.
Yeah, what do you say? You don't say asshole?
I just say like, I don't know what I say.
What do you say,
You're
sister?
so polite.
You know any words? Damn, Carlos.
I was driving in LA a few months, like when I was here, like the other month, and this guy was like, I'm sorry, but it is hard at driving here sometimes. Like the
Duh.
beeping freaks me out.
You actually drive yourself here?
Yeah, I was driving. I was going to Pilates, and I was going back to my my apartment I was staying in, and this guy, like, I cut through. Like, also that's another thing. No one lets you through.
No shit.
No one lets you through, and I was like, I had my hand out ready, like, hi, please, like, I'm coming through now. It'd be great if you let me in, like, And then in the end, I was like, let me in. I was just getting so pissed off. And this guy then drove right around. He was like, you cocksucker. And I was like, oh my God, that's the most, I was like, I've never had an experience like it. I was cracking up. I was like, I'm in America. And I love it.
Cocksucker's a good one.
Yeah. You cocksucker. And I was like, the hand out there. And I was cracking up.
That's just not an insult, you know.
Yeah.
But
It's not an insult.
cocksucker?
Well,
Yeah,
you
to
probably
be
think it's a
fair,
compliment.
exactly. I was like, look, like, you know, fair.
Yeah.
Like,
Like what? Damn.
this is still scary, but
You're a lot of fun, Mimi Webb.
thanks, guys. We'll get a drink next time.
Yeah.
When you're in London, we'll go grab a little drink, little beer at the pub.
Let's do it.
Do you go to London much, you guys?
I go at least once a year.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
I've been once in my life.
Right, we need to bring you back over. Yeah, thank you guys.
But
Thank
do you live here?
Would I live here?
No, do you?
I'm here back and forth, so I pretty much, like, I'm here half the year. But back and forth, so I'll be like, come for a month, go back for 2, come back for 2 months. You know, kind of where I need to be. It's always to do with the writing as well, because I love writing out here now. Now I found my groove and my people. It's just so great. So I'll be back out here to write my next album end of this year. So I'm gonna just dive straight into it.
You should be very proud of this album.
Thank you, appreciate it. Thank
lot
you
of hits.
guys. Oh, I can't wait for everyone to hear. Like also the singles, I just don't know what to pick. So I think once it's all out, you know, at least it's all there.
Let the world decide.
Exactly.
Listen to Confessions. There's a link below. Go, go, go. You good?
Yeah.
We're good. Thanks for being here.
Amazing. No, thank you for having me, guys.
Literally
Lovely to be
anytime.
back.
Gosh,
Thank you.
Mimi Webb, everybody.
Thank you so much. Thank you.